Just when you thought the political landscape couldn't get any more turbulent, a bombshell drops. Before the month could even end, the public was hit with a stunning revelation. Elizaldy, the former House Appropriations chair, has come forward with explosive allegations that could shake the very foundations of the current administration. He claims that none other than President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. personally ordered a staggering 100 billion pesos worth of infrastructure projects to be inserted into the 2025 national budget. This isn't just about a few last-minute changes. Co insists these were not routine legislative amendments. He describes them as direct orders handed down from the highest office in the land. In a public statement that has sent shockwaves across the nation, he didn't just name President Marcos. He also implicated several key cabinet officials, painting a picture of a massive, coordinated insertion scheme. This isn't just one man's claim. It's a detailed accusation pointing straight to the top. Co's admission couldn't have come at a more critical time. The 2025 General Appropriations Act, or GA, was already under intense scrutiny. His confession now casts a long shadow of doubt over how the government's most vital infrastructure funds have been allocated. It raises serious questions about the integrity of the entire budget process. What makes this situation even more complex is Co's own history. Previously, he had firmly denied any involvement in budget manipulation. He maintained that he didn't single-handedly decide on insertions and was simply following the established congressional process. But now, his story has changed dramatically. He claims the sheer scale and nature of these inserted funds go far beyond the normal legislative process. He's essentially saying, this was different. This was bigger. The most explosive part of Co's confession is his assertion that the orders didn't just come from President Marcos. He alleges they were relayed through Department of Budget and Management Secretary Amina Pangandaman during the crucial bicameral conference committee meetings. This detail is critical because it suggests the entire operation had a presidential seal of approval, making it an official, top-down directive rather than a rogue legislative maneuver. According to Co, this massive insertion allowed numerous projects under the Department of Public Works and Highways, or DPWH, to be shoehorned into the budget, bypassing the usual checks and balances that are supposed to ensure transparency and accountability. Yet, despite the damning nature of these claims, the fallout so far seems to be curiously one-sided. President Marcos has publicly stated that no case has been filed against Co. He uses this as the legal justification for not canceling Co's passport, although he has promised to revoke it the moment a case is officially registered. This wait-and-see approach from the palace is raising eyebrows, and it gets more intriguing. Co hasn't stopped at naming the president and his cabinet. He has also pointed a finger at former House Speaker Martin Romualdez, a powerful figure and the president's own cousin. However, reports indicate that Romualdez's name is conspicuously absent from the list of those being considered for arrest. This detail has immediately set off red flags in both political and legal circles, fueling speculation about unequal application of the law. So, why is Elizaldy speaking out now? In his own words, delivered through a video statement, he expressed profound disappointment. He feels that the entire machinery of the government is being mobilized to tarnish his reputation and make him the poster boy for graft and corruption. This is despite, he claims, receiving assurances from Martin Romualdez that he would be taken care of. It seems Co feels he's being set up to be the fall guy, and he's not going down without a fight. Political analysts are watching this unfold with bated breath. They argue that Co's revelation doesn't just implicate individuals. It threatens to undermine the very integrity of the budget process itself. The power of the purse is one of Congress's most fundamental responsibilities. If Co's account is accurate, it suggests this power is being reduced to a mere rubber stamp for the executive branch. This shift would come at a great cost to transparency and good governance, principles that are already fragile. The exclusion of Romualdez from any immediate legal consequences has only added fuel to the fire. The public is left to wonder if proximity to the presidency offers a shield against accountability. Is there one rule for the well-connected and another for everyone else? Naturally, Ko's legal team is pushing back hard. His lawyer, Rai Rondane, has dismissed many of the corruption claims as mere hearsay. He emphasizes a crucial legal point. Elizaldy Ko has not yet been formally charged with any crime. In a court of law, Rondane argues that not every budget insertion is inherently illegal. An insertion only becomes a criminal act if the allocated funds are not used for their intended purpose or are misused in some way. And to date, Rondane insists there is no definitive proof of such criminal conduct on Ko's part. For seasoned political insiders, this is high-stakes political theater. All eyes are now on the investigators. Will Ko's sensational confession be enough to trigger formal charges? Will prosecutors be able to follow the breadcrumbs he's laid out? This would require a monumental effort to reconstruct the paper trail, identify the specific projects that were inserted, and determine who ultimately benefited from these multi-billion peso allocations. All of this must be done while navigating a complex web of political influence and conflicting narratives. This is a story with powerful players, vast sums of money, and the public's trust hanging in the balance. The challenge for prosecutors will be to cut through the political noise and build a case based on solid evidence. Will they be able to untangle this web, or will it prove too politically sensitive to handle? Ultimately, this brings us to the most important question of all, the one that affects every single citizen. What does this mean for the public? Will this scandal be a watershed moment that leads to genuine reform in how our national budget is created and managed? Or will it become just another chapter in the Philippines' long and frustrating saga of budget controversies, a spectacle where powerful names are thrown around, but very few are ever truly held to account? The path forward is uncertain. This could be a turning point for accountability and transparency in the Philippines. Or it could be a reminder that in the world of high-stakes politics, the powerful often play by a different set of rules. As this story continues to develop, we'll be watching closely to see whether justice will prevail or if this will be another case of political drama with no real resolution. What do you think will happen? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you found this report informative, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. For more in-depth analysis on the stories that matter, stay informed. And we'll see you in the next one.